Everyone can see my screen, right? Silence is gold.
Yeah.
Right, so that's good. So we are going to start today with matrices. Now, what is now matrices is a plural. The singular is matrix. Now, what is a matrix? Matrix is nothing but arrangement of data in rows and columns. Arrangement of data in rows and columns. So, for example, if I have data like one, let's say I have the height of few people, right? So I have 170, 172, 175. And I put this in a square bracket. I have now created a matrix, matrix of data which tells me height of various people, right? Now, typically, a matrix has, if I say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Typically, a matrix has rows, row 1, row 2, row 3, rows, and columns, column 1, column 2, column 3. So a typical Excel sheet is an example, is a classic example of matrix or matrices where you have rows and columns, data arranged in rows and columns. Just to reiterate, in case my mic trips off, just let me know. Unmute yourself and let me know you can't hear me out. I'll fix it up. It can happen. Technology glitch. All right, cool. So a matrix is collection of data. It's arranged in rows and columns. That's in its very simplicity, the matrix is all about. Few rows and few columns. Now, if you look at this matrix here, how many numbers do I have? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 numbers in it. I don't call them numbers. I call them as elements. So there are 9 elements. So every matrix has a few elements. How many rows do I have here? I have 3 rows. Row 1, row 2, row 3. And how many columns do I have? 3. So the total count of my elements is nothing but the number of rows multiplied by number of columns. That tells me the total count of the elements in a particular matrix. Now, when I talk about elements, let's say I'll just create a matrix 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Before we jump on to the elements, every matrix is assigned an alphabet in in capital letters. I can say capital A equals to. So the matrix has a name, and that name is nothing but a variable or maybe an alphabet which is written in capital letters, not small. And there's a reason behind it. Hold this thought for a moment here. Now, this is a matrix, capital A. Now you can have it B, C, D, whatever, right? Whatever. Now, as I said, each matrix has got elements here. Each matrix has got some elements here. Hello, Rihanna. We just started matrices. So that is the first element. I change the color. This is row 1, column 1. So this element is represented by the smaller letter of the matrix, which is small a, followed by its row position 1, and its column position A11. Now, in case this would have been, let's say, a B, then this would have been a small b. So the elements just mimic the same alphabet, which is given by the name of the matrix itself. Now, taking this to be B, this element now is row 1, column 2. This will be B1, 2. Similarly, this is column 3, so this will be B1, 3. And now you can do it. This is row 2 and this is row 3. This element is B21. This element is B22, and so on. B23 and B1, 2, 3, row 3, 1, B32 and B33. Now, if I just simply write it in a generic fashion, a matrix B will have row 1, row 2. Let's say I'm just making a matrix with 3 rows and 3 columns. You can have any number of columns and any number of rows. Column 1, column 2, column 3. So you will have now B11, B12, B13, B21, B22, B23, B31, B32, B33. Is this clear, everyone? I mean, I can't see your cameras. Can you just unmute yourself and let me know? Yes, no, good, bad, ugly.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Cool. Awesome. Point to be noted here is look at these values 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. This set of values is called diagonal values in a matrix. Now there are 2 diagonals in a matrix. First diagonal is I've already marked. Second diagonal is this time. This is also a diagonal. But when it comes to matrices, we only consider this diagonal. Though this is also a diagonal, but in the world of matrices, we are only concerned with a diagonal that starts from the top left to bottom right. And hence, this diagonal is called leading diagonal. So if someone refers to diagonal or leading diagonal, they're only talking about one diagonal, which goes from top left to bottom right. Next, important for every matrix, every matrix has something called an order of a matrix. And what is an order? Order is number of rows times number of columns. That's the order of a matrix. So if I talk about this matrix B, the order of this matrix is 3 rows and 3 columns. 3 cross 3. That's how I, pronounce it. 3 cross 3. Now, if I have something like, let me create a matrix A equals to 1, 2, 3. And I ask you a question that what is the order of this matrix? Can someone tell me the order of this matrix? Unmute yourself. Feel free to if you want to talk about it. What's the order? Anyone?
Is it? Yeah.
Go for it. Go for it.
1 times 3.
Mehul, is she right? She says 1 times 3.
Yeah.
Right. Sufyan, is that making sense to you?
Yep.
Good. So 1 cross 3. Rihanna, all good? Darshan, all good?
Yeah.
All right. So 1 cross 3. 1 cross 3. 1 row, row 1, only 1 row. And I've got 3 columns, column number 1, column number 2, and column number 3. 3 columns. 1 cross 3. Also remember that when it comes to matrices, order is very, very important. And we will learn as we go down the track that why order is important. Right? So that in general is the basics of what matrices is all about, what are its key elements, what is the order, etc., etc. Very, very quick overview of what matrices is all about, right? Any questions, any dramas so far? All right. Let's So we learned order of the matrices. Now we can now do a bit more deep dive into what matrices is, and we can just play around a few more things. Now, there's something called transpose of a matrix. Transpose of a matrix. Now, what is a transpose? Let me define a matrix first. Let's define a matrix. Let's say A equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, what is the order of this matrix? It has got 3 rows and 2 columns. That's the order of matrix A. Now, if I want to find the transpose of this matrix, what I do is I simply swap rows with columns and columns with rows. That means that I now need to define a matrix that has 2 rows and 3 columns. Let's try to do that. Two rows. So what you need to do is make the rows as columns. So first row becomes the first column. Second row becomes the second column. And third row becomes the third column. And I call, so now I have a matrix which is of the order 2 cross 3, 2 rows and 3 columns. And I call this matrix as A with a very small t on the top. A transpose AT. It tells me that this matrix is a transpose of the original matrix.